I'm Kathy Heberly with the Power Force Coaching.
And I'm Steve Nwaniak. I'm a licensed occupational therapist and I live with a bipolar condition.
Steve, we hear the term depression associated with bipolar condition. Could you explain that to us?
Sure. One important difference is that even though the topic is mood disorder, depression is not sadness. I mean, there can be some similarities of what you see, but there's a very, very distinct difference when we're talking about like clinical depression or the depressive state associated with bipolar. So to start with, I just want to kind of put a couple experience out there maybe you can relate with. Have you ever taken a test or done something that you had to really focus on and then you're just mentally exhausted?
Yes.
You can't process things. The noise or fast stuff could be going on around you and you just can't deal with it,
Yes.
right? So I want to take that and we're going to shelve that. Have you ever had the flu where you're feeling sick and your whole body's run down and shot and all you want to do is curl up in bed and pull the blankets over your head and hide out for the day?
Yes.
And you're like, well, someone just put me out of my misery?
Yes.
Okay. And it's not the sniffles, it's not the cough, it's not the fever. I mean, we've all been out with those individual symptoms, but it's that overall body fatigue, that overall body of exhaustion, right?
Right.
Shelve that. Have you ever seen a runner when they're pushing through a runner's wall and they're like crying?
Yes.
Or an individual when you're pushing through any kind of a physical cardio wall, you find yourself crying for it. You're not crying because of sadness. You're not crying from grief. You're crying because it's somehow that's a physiology that your body's going through. We're going to put those three things together, and that is clinical depression. You have the mental fog. That's why you can't handle it. You have that whole body exhaustion and discomfort. And if you find yourself crying and it doesn't make sense, it's like you're pushing through that emotional wall.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.